Welcome back to Duke and Mary Power Couple. I know it's been quite a long time since we came with a YouTube video, and today we decided, you know what, let's come here and interact, talk, and so that you guys can know more about us. We've never done something like this before. This might be the first time you're hearing this, so tune in. Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's always we are excited to be here today for another video, and this one is all about who we are. I know you guys send a lot of questions, but we picked a few questions that we want to answer today. So ready?
Should we go? Yeah, we'll go straight to the point. So
Yeah.
the first question the person was asking, how long have you known each other, and when did you know or realize that you're in love? Go fast.
Okay. How long we've known each other? I think we've known each other for, let's say, 10, 11, 12, 13 years, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we've known each other for
13 years.
But we've been married for 10 years.
And the next part of it is how did you realize that you love me? Well, you know, we started talking for a couple of weeks, couple months, you know, remember? And then after talking for a while, and then I just said, well, I think I just mentioned, oh, I love you, and then she was like, she didn't say anything.
No, I was like, oh my god, we are just 2 weeks into the relationship. Where is this love thing coming from? Some of us who are born way back in the 80s, you know, like when someone just says I love you, the first few weeks you're like, okay. But yes, that's what it did. But it took me time to say I love you back, but with time I got used to it.
Yeah, and then remember you text.
Yeah, I did.
After
text.
text, and then I had to mention like, oh, I love you after every text that I send. And then of course I had mentioned it that you know, I think we're good, we can date and stuff like that. And then I mentioned it, I love you. And then from the text that we did, you know, we could say at the end of the text, you know, I love you, I miss you, stuff like that and stuff. And that's how we've been since then.
How did I realize that I'm in love? I think his actions, you know, us women, we are different. We love through actions. He was very committed to the relationship. Remember when we started dating, I was, I think 19. I didn't know about commitment. So I felt like, oh, this guy is different, because I dated a few guys, and he was a little bit different. He was persistent with communication. He was open. He was open about himself. I think he's one of the first guys who told me all his ex-girlfriends.
Did I mention
all your ex-girlfriends? So I felt like, wow, because most men, you know, they say, oh, I just have two
You know
or
what?
three.
I just wanted to be honest, you know.
Yeah,
you know,
he was
it's
very
like,
honest.
Like sometimes you're like, you get to a point where you just wanna, you feel like this is the time and this is the girl. You know what? I just wanna clear my name and get moving on with the one that I have present. So I think that's why.
Yeah, that was actually
I was
that made
trying
me. Yeah,
to be honest.
It made me to be more, because you know the way people, they tend to be nice. I just love that bad part of it. Like, tell me more about you. Why did they leave you? You know, he was very honest. You know, he used to say why they left you. So that was really interesting.
Yeah. So.
So yeah, that's how I knew that this might be the guy. But you know, you don't. What can I say? You never know. You never know. You never know that it will end to a marriage. But I think it's the first relationship I committed myself to, and felt if it could lead to marriage, the better. If not, that's how it was planned. Yeah.
So the next question goes, how do you tell a person is It's good.
Generous
About
their feelings, or they just want sex?
uh, well, I think the way I think this is for you mostly. I think it's for you from your side.
Okay, now when it comes to sex and relationships, that's a very interesting question. To me, I'm sorry to any guy out there, the ones I dated, I'm sorry, hello. So, to me, sex was very important in this relationship, because it defined me as a woman. It's the only thing I thought that I could hold on. So, I really wanted someone who respected that I don't want it at the moment. And because this was a long distance relationship, that also gave him more points, because it was far away. And I felt like, you know what, this guy won't be disturbing me with sex, you know. So I felt like the relationship perfectly suited my what I wanted. Yeah. Sometimes as women we need to raise our standards on what you want in a man. So what can you say?
What I can say is that as a man, I think I had, of course I dated, I had girlfriends before,
Yeah.
but in my mind was said like, you know what, it's about time to get this girl. I don't want to mess. I don't want to get into this sex thing. I try to stay away from it a little bit,
you did.
you know, so that I can give her room to express herself, and that's
Yes.
exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Because you know, I had got to a point where I was like, I'm not missing this one, I just need this one, so I just flow with what she likes, and that's exactly what I did. I mean, sex came late in our relationship.
Yeah, it
Sure, I did.
Yeah.
I mean, it came
So-
really late.
Yeah, and the fact that he respected that made him even more admirable, you know,
Yeah.
because he really wanted to get married. So I was worried, oh, this guy, you know, but yeah. So those are our thoughts about sex and relationship during dating.
Yeah, don't misquote me, guys. All right, the
So-
next question. Next question is
How do you manage to keep the fire burning from dating, courtship, and to marry? That's the third question that we were asked. The way we keep our fire burning is being an open book in this relationship. Like, let someone know how you feel. Because, you know, I came to find out that sometimes as women, you might think like, oh, you come to the house, you're bored, and you think like your man feels it, you know? Like, he can't guess what's going on with you, you know? So it's okay to talk your feelings, talk how you feel about it. And what can you say, another thing that has led to our
yeah. I think the question was from dating. You know, like
From dating.
Yeah, from dating. I think dating was more of a communication. We communicated a lot. I mean, back and forth, sending. One time we will read our emails and our texts. We have them. so those, they kept us going. I mean, you know, when you are in a relationship, furthermore a long distance relationship, the what can keep you intact or come kind of together is communication. I mean, you have to communicate at least daily. If you can't make a phone call, text. You can text. I mean, you can do one of the other.
I remember those
yeah.
days we didn't have WhatsApp, we used to have Skype.
Skype, yeah.
So Skype used to do all these things that Zoom is doing right
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
really helped. Another thing that has kept our relationship, because the question was, what has kept the fire burning till now?
Yes.
You know? So till now, I feel like we have the same. I feel like we have the same lights.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. We have very minimal differences. I remember during our premarital counseling when the pastor said, can you guys write all your 10 likes and 10 dislikes? I mean, and some 10 dislikes. I remember we all came up with the same like except one. And we didn't discuss, we didn't even expect the question. I was like, oh, So it looks like maybe we are compatible or something.
And also we do so many things together as a family. Sometimes you decide like we're doing a total house cleaning. We kind of help each other, you know, like, hey, get upstairs, I'm cleaning the kitchen, she's cleaning the refrigerator, so stuff like that we kind of do. We also do like shopping.
Yes.
We just go shopping together. That way, you know, you are together, you know, you are doing things together, you are helping each other, and even when you go for shopping, at least you can
discuss like, maybe we don't need this, maybe we need this. I can't even count the number of days we've never shopped together since we got married.
I think in most cases we do
except
together.
Of course during the long distance. But since I joined him, I can't really. Not unless you're buying a few things like just milk. But the main house shopping or clothes or food, whatever,
in most
we do
cases,
it together.
So we do it together.
And we do walks. We do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. We do it together for sure. And okay, what's the next question?
So someone asked, like, your marriage looks very glamorous. Do you guys disagree? Wow. Who doesn't disagree?
Yeah. It's in every relationship. I think it's like disagree, argument, all those stuff. They come in any relationship.
Yes.
And we tend to be like we compromise. Sometimes we get agitated, and then you're like, oh my God, what's going on? We get angry. We get angry to
sometimes,
each other.
You get for example, if I told him to prepare the kids, maybe we are going somewhere, then I come to the house, he's still watching a movie or something. I'm like, dude, I thought you had prepared the kids. So that one leads to like a disagreement, you know. So that's small stuff. Otherwise, I don't think we do disagree a lot.
No, we don't, for sure. I
don't want to.
We can count. We can count. Something you can count. We rarely. I mean, we can have some. I mean, a few things here, but we solve right away. It doesn't seem like something that is creating a lot.
And we don't. We also don't bring up something that we disagreed yesterday into today's topic. Like today's a new day. Let's enjoy. You know, let's enjoy marriage. We are not supposed to enjoy it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. You hear that? So we enjoy. We don't enjoy, right?
No, we don't. So, how do you deal with conflicts? I think that one we just talked about it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Were your parents happy about your marriage?
Well, I can say on my side, me, I was a grown-up then. I was ready. I think I was ready. You see, I was independent for a couple years, and I didn't depend on my parents for years after my high school. I was pretty much independent, so that way gave me room to do whatever I wanted to do after high school, after college, and then you know, my brothers, my sisters, all of them were married, and my brothers were married, and my younger brother. So I was the only one in the family remaining. So it was about time for me to get married. So I didn't have any problem with my parents in regard to my marriage.
Yeah, to me it's a little bit different. You know, I am the first born girl in our family. Therefore, of course, marriage was not part of the topic of discussion, especially because I had just finished school, and my parents had like great plans, you know, finish your degree, go to your master's, you know, the way other parents like decide for their kids what they want their kids to do. So at the beginning they were not happy with the decision, for reasons that probably I was young. They felt I was not ready. I just finished college and I didn't have a job. So they were like, you need to have something before you get married, you know. So, which was legit, you know.
Yeah.
But
and I think another thing is about this long distance. You know, I was in the US and she was in Kenya.
It was a big
so
deal.
so that one also created a lot of problems with the family. You know, the mom was like, even the first time when I met the mom, she was like, wow, how you guys going to do? And I said, well, she can, I'll just wait for her. She was like, damn it, you gotta get out of here. But anyway, you know what? She was very understanding, and I was very understanding. You know, when you have something that you really want, you kind of try to handle it careful, very, very careful, and very respectful. So that's that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. Anyway, the long story short, at the end of the day, when we were planning for our wedding, my parents were very supportive.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
they blessed us, and here we are.
Yep, here we are. 10 years later.
Blessed with 2 babies.
Yeah, 2 babies, and
And
still we're kicking on.
yeah.
Still looking young.
hope so.
So thank you so much. And
Yeah.
you know, we have 2 cameras, so sometimes you will see me looking over there and then looking over here. So I hope one of the cameras is the one that you don't question, like, so why are we looking? We
Yeah.
have 2 cameras over.
So that's, I think, maybe part 1, just introducing you to know who we are, because some of you have been asking, tell us your story, tell us
Yeah.
your love story. We might have not gone into details,
Yes.
but we just wanted to give you a part 1. If you feel you have more questions, please feel free to hit our inbox or comment down below on the YouTube videos. Just ask any question, and then maybe we can do a part 2 of it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and another thing is, like, you know, they say you don't display your what, your dirty linen in public.
Yes.
So what we do, we don't normally kind of put our videos out there that we have disagreement
Yeah.
or stuff like that. We don't want to show that to people, because people want to see the, you know, the better side of ours. So we
Yeah.
try to focus more on the positive part and not the negative side.
And that's the whole point why we came up with this video.
Yeah.
I mean, the YouTube channel. Like, you know, marriage has been portrayed in a very different way in the society. You know, there's, of course, those things are happening, but also there are good marriages.
Yes.
You know, there are marriages that are working. There are marriages that are happy. There are marriages that are, sacrificing everything to make sure their families stand. Therefore, we are like, you know what? Let's give it a shot.
That's it. That's
Yes.
it. Yeah.
So thank you so much for listening, and we hope you continue subscribing to our channel. And we want to also thank people who subscribe to our channel, and we reached 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
And
We are way past 1,000 subscribers.
Yes,
So we are
we
looking
are.
at 2,000 subscribers. So
one
you
step
guys,
at a time.
thank you so much. We
Yeah.
really appreciate for that.
Thank you. Bye.